Don't jinx it. It's fine. It's fine. But no, we are getting some of the best South America has to offer here at the very beginning of your mainstream coverage, and we're going to get it started. Kind of going straight to work. Wait a second. Use. Yeah, well, no, not this early. Use. Get back on the stage. Sweat beats out. They're still all over him. Use able to touch the side of the stage. Get that vector back up there. Two exclamation points coming out. Finally, lance in hand. See what he can do with it.
Yeah, it was looking real rough, and it's interesting that, I mean, like, starting off, Kyna getting a big cannon string. We see the ground pound there, get punished by Lopez's recovery, and you sending off stage there as well, but it actually sets up Lores to get an assist from Kyna with that chase dodge. Lores with a nice reversal there with the downer. Lopez getting hit by it as he gets sent downwards, Kyna getting the scoop, trying to get the nair to KO off the top, doesn't find the conversion into it after the dodge is able to make it back. The vortex down, Sig does connect, and it finds the weapon toss onto Use, and now the corner pressure, Kyna and Lores stacked on top of each other. Lopez triple exclamation points and barely gets back to the stage, but not after getting hit by Lopez once again, and the red team with a very solid lead. D-Light into nair for Kyna.
Hey, look at that. That was a javelin throw and a half, bro. Hit him coast to coast. Carving out this very nice lead. There we go. Lopez finally fighting back, getting something off of that hammer, going back out with the side light. Okay, nice. Caught him. That's going to go ahead and confirm, taking them down onto their second stocks, making things look a little more even. 74 damage on Used right now, 72 piled against Lopez. He tried to get the follow-up on that, didn't quite get enough force that he was looking for. Lores fishing the top, caught the Sayer, dashing back. Can he find? He's trying to catch a landing on Lopez. Lopez, though, is going to get him with a neutral light and put a little more damage on him. Nice interruption.
Side light into down light attempt for the red team as they continue to try to rack on this big team damage. The downstick comes out. It doesn't fully connect onto Use though, but it will on Lopez. Use saving his teammate with that recovery there. Both the blue team members having to go low underneath the platform, but Kyna gets the end light on the cannon, and the red team with a different pick on Kyna, but Kyna is showing, like, I'm not just picking this for the axe, I'm playing it for cannon specifically, and it is working out very well so far as he's looking to find that KO onto Lopez. Use getting knocked away with a cider from Lores from coast to coast. Kyna now looking for that side light, doesn't get it. Lores having Lopez off stage. Lopez in a bad spot, gets hit by the cider, almost the downer as he catches the cross through, but get back to the stage, and a side light into cider sets up a little bit of an edge guard for the blue team, who does capitalize. Down air with the weapon toss from Lopez to confirm that stock. Very even game number one here.
Lores still that wild card though. No, I was gonna say he was the healthiest on the map. He went ahead and took it down to that bottom 45. Yes, Kyna unarmed, completely out there all alone. Gets back over, has that axe in hand. As they're bouncing around in neutral here, I do like what you pointed out, the fact that he is working that cannon. You know, you expect somebody locking in on the axe legend, that's all we're going to see, but he is using the entirety of that amethyst kit. Okay,
I like downlight. I like that. GC downlight hits his own teammate, but I like the attempt to give your teammate some space in the air. But a big blue team string there. 3 hits on the Kyna. The ground pound comes in from Lopez, but no punish from Lores as Use is able to put that lance snare between Lores and his teammate to give him some time to recover back. D-Light into nothing. Lopez fishing for the recovery, and it works out there. The ground pound gets interrupted by the weapon toss. The red team having stage control, but Use fights back. Side light into cider from Kyna. Lores looking for that edge guard onto Use, but Lopez is just such a big problem with this hammer. The side light into nair. Lores now getting juggled. Kyna getting sent off stage. The blue team having center stage control, and the damage leads the N6, catches the platform, but Kyna in the 2v1. It's not entirely impossible. Sidelight into cider and the dodge through read. Now the blue team both unarmed. There's one weapon for the two of them looking for the nair. Now the cider doesn't connect either. Looking for something here for Kyna as he has both the blue team members separated. The downstick comes out. It doesn't connect. The ground pound is enough to do it, and the blue team take game number one.
Absolutely fantastically done. 467 damage coming off of Use, 448 coming off of Lopez. It was back and forth throughout the entire game. I mean, they did hold on to that lead, but the offensive back and forth was definitely there. We saw it coming from Use and Lopez there, as we saw that replay of Use taking him off the stage and that ground pound to finish it up. And we were going to go ahead and get right into game number 2. As we see what shakes loose here.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because I feel like the red team had a lot of really great moments. They were in control for a lot of it. But when the blue team gets started and the damage starts building up, I think the biggest thing was that the red team chased Lopez a lot off stage. They kept trying to get some sort of edge guard, but Lopez reversaled it so much, so willing to dip below the stage as much as possible. You have to be so careful, especially versus a high defense legend, but the downer sends off stage. Lopez having to recover very low on the other side. Kyna controlling the stage with those sidelights. The downer comes out from Lores. He sends Lopez off stage. The cider from Kyna. GC sidelight as well. Going for the nair into the cider, but Kyna gets the sidelight into cider anyway. He is everywhere on the cannon right now as the red team now chase Use high. Use having to burn all those resources to avoid as much as he can. The nair comes out there. The downer pogos Lopez downwards. Lopez in a bad spot. Use having to sidelight his own teammate, but Lores with the edge guard there gets so much damage onto onto Lopes. A side air from Kyna once again. Kyna's cannon is unstoppable
no, it is
so far.
absolutely nasty. Oh, the sweat beat's coming out. Lopes is going to be there to punish it, though. Okay, can he get back over? Okay, Sayre's gonna keep the red team on stage. Lopes fishing over, got caught with the D-light into Sayre. Oh, he tried to hit him with the side light, couldn't quite get it though. Sorry, side air. Okay, weapon throw down. Lopes fishing, trying to stay above him. Weapon throw out. Couldn't find something he was comfortable with to try and get rid of that stock, but it is gonna fall off a use. Finally, his first one falling is Lopes is sent way up to the top, but he is so deep into that second stock, one or more is gonna send him off of it.
Kind of fishing for that option, but the blue team finding in isolation on Dolores gets some nice damage there. Kind of with the side light to punish the blue team, trying to edge guard his own teammate. Nice dodge downwards to bait. Lopes high gets the spear recovery, doesn't KO. Neither does that down air though from Kyna. As Use flips with a side air, the ground pound doesn't get hit either. And the red team, Kyna with some team damage there. The beast uncaged, and unfortunately the KO onto your own teammate. But they're up quite a bit here. A lot of damage built up onto Lopes into the deep red. Use as well, slowly approaching that red, about 100 damage on him himself.
We saw that knockout right there on Lopes. Is going to go ahead and send him on to his final one. Red team looking like they're in a really good position to tie this setup. Being all tied up into game number 3, but see if they can hold on till the end here. Is Lores going up in the air with Lopes. Finally, the stock coming off of Use. He's on his final, and red team has carved out a heck of a lead here in game number 2. Almost 2 full stock advantage, and Kyna, no signs of slowing down on this cannon.
Yeah, absolutely. The GCN light into the ground pound. Lopes avoiding it there. Look at a reversal, Kyna, but Kyna with an early recovery gets him back on the stage. Lores with a slide charge down sig as well to get his teammate a little bit of space on that wall, and the red team somehow make it back after Kyna gets hit very far off stage. The blue team now struggling to make it off as Kyna throws out 4 side lights and 3 of them connect. The weapon toss on to Use. Lopes getting sent downwards. Lores looking for those patented down airs, but he doesn't get much more than 1 as Use is able to make it back, and Lopes flips it with the recovery, the weapon toss as well, and that has been the crux of the red team. They get so aggressive off stage as Kyna is now the only one with 2 stocks on the map, but he gets the down air low, catches Use there, doesn't get the, he gets the upward hitbox of the ground pound, and Use is looking to find a way to close out a stock, but he doesn't as Kyna gets the recovery there, and Kyna is doing 703 damage on the Amethyst, 5 KOs, plus the 1 he hit on his own teammate. Kyna is going nuts on the cannon right now.
That is absolutely insane. Lopes was cracking me up that game because he spent so much time off stage just fishing.
Yeah.
Just come over, I dare you. I dare you to come off stage, go above me, I will punish you. And it worked out really well, just didn't quite give him enough to get through, but we have pretty much a clean slate as we are all tied up, 1 game to 1, going into game number 3. Who is gonna get that momentum? Who is gonna have the lead going to game number 4? And we see Use locking back in on that vector. So refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely. A pick that kind of no one expects, but if in the 2 space it makes sense. Bo's really good, you know, Lance is really good, and you can play a very support style vector here. It's working out so far. The signature is leaving something to be desired, but Use isn't really worried about that too much. As we go over to Mos Eisley Spaceport, and South America continues to be one of the only regions that fully heavily think about these stage picks. They're always trying to mix it up as much as possible, especially after a loss. We see the ground pound there onto Lores. Lores can make it back, and this wall causes a lot of problems in the attempt to edge guard people, but it doesn't seem to cause any problems for the blue team as they convert that 2v1 and look to convert another one. Lopes looking to KO Lores off the top. They don't get it there, but a GC Ensig with another attempt, and the red team cannot stop the blue team's momentum right now. The blue team are running away with this game.
They really are coming out absolutely swinging. Okay, Lopes stepping up to take the edge guard. They're going to pass both members of red team back over to the right side. See a little bit of team damage from Lopes, but it's okay. He got a big 0-3 piece. It gets kind of used. That's the second time this game where Lopes has dropped something and Use is right there to pick it up. It didn't work out. We see him fall out there as well as his teammate. That's going to tie the stocks up, but did not do anything close to tying up the damage.
Yeah, absolutely not, and the damage slowly building once again for this blue team, who have thankfully taken the lead, especially with that very early KO onto Kyna. We see now both of the red team members stuck off stage and struggling to make it back on the wall. The Nair does almost KOs off the top, but Use finding the side air there is very crucial. Lopes gets the weapon toss there, another weapon toss on the blue team. Lores can make it back once again, and that's exactly how he lost his first stock, and Kyna looking to lose his stock the same way he did in the previous, the GC Ensig, or maybe the slide charge there from Use as the recovery doesn't KO off the side, but on the other side, Lores in a 1v1 is getting sent once again up in the air. Kyna cannot land. The blue team are bullying Kyna right now. The down sit comes out and it KOs. That's crazy.
What an absolute chaos there towards the end of that game. We're going to take a look at the replays and try and make some sense of this, because that was an absolutely insane match.
I feel like the team combo they got on the Kyna that ended in the Nash side sig that KO'd on Spear. You had Lores losing 2 stocks off the side because he couldn't make it back to the stage. Just Vector down sig. I mean, we're just throwing out signatures now on the side of Use. It's a crazy mathematical equation, this blue team comp, but it seems to just make so much sense for them, as they had a dominant 4-stock game in the game number 3. Now they go into game 4 with a 2-1 set lead.
The synchronized weapon throws were killing me.
Yeah.
Like, he could not get back up on stage. Every time he did, he just caught a spear to the top of his head. But we are going to come in here. It is game number 4, everyone. Lopes and Use do have the 1-game advantage here in game number 4. Are they going to be able to wrap it up here, or are we going to be pushed to a game number 5?
Going over to the Suzaku Castle, Kyna has found a lot of success on this cannon so far, so I think it makes a good amount of sense that it's working out to go to a smaller stage here. They try to push forward into this very, very strong walling comp that this blue team can be. We see the down stick come out. It does fully connect onto Lopes. Use losing his weapon in the process as well. Kind of looking for the nair, but instead Lores gets it, and it somehow doesn't KO the Vector. The GC down stick doesn't catch him either, and now we're looking for 1 hit. The down stick comes out to try to create some space. It gets punished. The Enlight punishes as well for Kyna, as Use gets hit by the weapon toss, but he finds a way to edgeguard Lores, but Kyna is there to trade it out with a downer of his own, and everyone on their second stocks except for Kyna, who's looking so comfortable here on this cannon.
Yeah, he's only got 81 damage against him. He is going to work on this cannon. There we go, hover in the air, trying to get over. He's trying to get some relief for his teammate, and he cleared both members of blue team with a 1 sidelight. Lores finally getting a little bit of room over here, trying to settle in. Caught his teammate with the nair. Lopes there to punish it. Oh, they tried to set up. Lores was looking for the team combo there. Did not have Kyna in position. Kyna going to take Use all the way back over to the right side. Reaching up with the nair. Can't catch it. He's going to catch a Sair. Use is going to try and clean it up. Sweat beads out. Was able to aura him off of that stock. Oh, caught his teammate there. Use, though, coming back on with the side air.
Lores jumping around here, looking to find that hit onto Use, and we see an Enlight connect from Kyna, looking to convert it into a down sig. We don't get the full extension there, but the blue team looking to try to get back in this game. The side sig actually KOing his own teammate. It doesn't even KO Lores there with the weapon toss as well. Kyna looking for the Enlight. He positioned himself upwards. Lores able to touch the wall, though. No one loses their stock in that process, but an extended edge guard leads to Kyna getting that side air there, as now Use has to play so careful here. But we see a nice recovery there off the D-Light. That's a great spear confirmation KO. Sidelight into downer, into the nair as well. Use getting the most out of this rocket lance as he can. The sidelight into the unarmed recovery on the side of Lores makes the red team once again in a slight stock advantage. Very slight. I was hoping Lopes was going to be able to hold on to that stock just a little while longer, but that'll make up for it right there. Nice finish with the recovery. Going to go ahead and even up the stocks as they go to work on Lores over here on the right side. Juggle him again. Lopes comes up, got the exhausted recovery. Couldn't quite make connection there. And we saw the GC Ensig as well. He's trying to find those KOs off the top as much as possible. And Ensig hits his own teammate, though, and both of red team members, look how much respect Lopes is giving. He's jumping into the corner as much as possible, trying not to lose his stock early, as Lopes now looks to find a way to give his teammates some space. Lores does get hit and disarmed as well, as the red team now looks for that scoop with that side. Like Kyna's trying to get involved here. Lores getting sent to the other side of the stage. It's a 1v1, but that down air onto Lores from Lopes will force Kyna to be in a 2v1 once again. He has very little damage built up on him, almost about 100. But they need the team combo here. Definitely. They need to make sure Kyna is not able to open up any sort of string off of that cannon. They have to keep him shut down. Use trying to get him with the Sair, couldn't stay out of the way. The sideline. Oh, missed him with the neutral sig. What a chase dodge through from Kyna, knowing that his teammate's going to be ready to punish it, but there it just was not enough. And Lopes and Use move forward in the bracket with a 3-1 victory. They look so solid there, and Kyna with another 700 damage game. It was just not enough to take the blue team down. No, I mean, that's crazy amount of damage, bro. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, how do you get 734 damage and still don't win the game? That's crazy. That is kind of mind-boggling. But